Hello, and welcome back to more role-playing. When we last left off, my character Gregor was sitting in a band room listening to a piece of music when the lights went out. When they came back on, there were mysterious figures in the windows. Ooh, creepy. Actually, it was pretty creepy. So, take it away, Greyalpha.
All right. Quick scan of the room uh, tells you that the figures have faded from the windows. Um, I'd like to point out that the figures were distinctly human shaped, like there's a head and a pair of shoulders, but that's about it.
Okay.
Um, the band director, as I said before, now turns to you and says that she um, just like asked you what you thought of the piece.
I say that it was very beautiful and that her band is very talented in their performance, and that they will basically, uh, I don't know how to put it in 1920s slang, but lick Radio City
All
a
right.
la Willie Loman licking the whole world.
All right, the uh, in my mind, I'm thinking of words. Uh, the band director thanks you for the compliment and says that that was the end of band practice, and that she has her leaders of each individual section passing out music that they will work on individually and the next day. So she has time for questions if you would like to ask them, but says that you should probably step into the hallway.
Okay.
And seeing as you're still pretty nervous, you gladly accept.
Okay. So I am in the hallway, and I ask her how she came about working as the band director for the college.
Um, she says that when she was young, since she was brought up in a relatively rich family, she was brought up to be womanlike, but she also played the piano, and she played it at a very young age, basically at prodigy like levels. So, um, she and by the time she was like 4 or 5, she was playing classics, and by the time she was like 6, she was writing her own type pieces, um, which obviously garnered the attention of others. And so when she uh, her father paid for her teaching,
Mm,
and when by the time she essentially like her the equivalent of graduating, she was accepted at this college, and from there she uh, was quickly brought up through the um, ranks, I guess, or the she got her degree, and then which was also unheard of at the time, that she would get a degree in music, and then she was hired at the college
okay.
as a
Um.
professor. Oh, and she also is very proud of the fact that she is both the first woman to graduate from the college and the first woman to work at the college as anything other than a cook.
Okay. I smile and tell her and express my interest, and then I tell her a little bit of my background, how I started painting in my mid 30s after after a long study
Oh,
of
like,
after a long study of getting a religion degree with a special interest in ancient cults. And upon finding this, I went on several missionary jobs, but found the pay and the experience far less than suitable, and I was tired of the general kind of malice around religion. So I decided to take up painting as a pastime, but after a few paintings, I found that I had real skill, and I've been painting ever since. But I haven't sold many pieces, but the ones I have, people speak highly of.
Um, as if it was your painting hanging up in the uh, atrium.
She asked that.
Yes. By the
Is
way, you don't know that yet.
I know. I was saying. I was like, I say I'm not sure. I said, Professor Jenkins told me that the college bought one of my paintings, but I do not know if it is in the atrium or not.
She uh, says, "Oh, they hung it up that morning, and you must have either missed it or uh, we're not showing the atrium." And asks if you would like to see if it is yours.
I say yes and say yes and ask her to lead the way.
All right. She leads you through a series of passageways that is fairly easy to remember. Um, upon which she brings you to the room in which you initially arrived. I didn't really describe it because it wasn't important at the time,
Yeah.
but it is a two-floor atrium
Okay.
with a grand staircase going up to the second floor. Um, it is fairly well furnished, and it's an atrium, so it's supposed to be kind of like the first thing you see, so you're kind of impressed by the college. And there's a small fountain there, and up in on the staircase is kind of like stairs on either side, and then a balcony. And below the balcony is a painting, and it is your painting.
Oh, what is it of?
It is a it is a land. It is a cityscape that includes of the part of slash most of the college that you only semi recall painting.
Oh, okay. Um, Even though I hardly remember it, I mentioned that it is one of my favorites in order to get better favor with the band director, because as I have previously said, I have found her attractive and would like to get in her good graces.
Um, she replies that it is impressive and would make a good impression on guests to the school.
Um,
Um,
is there anyone in the atrium besides me and her?
um, upon first impression, uh, there's no one of note, um, except several students who seem to meander around, be passing through.
Okay. Uh,
Um,
Keep going. What are you gonna say?
the I really wasn't gonna say anything.
Okay. Um, I ask the band director if she has any more work she has to tend to.
She says no, but she is probably going to get an early night's rest for the seminar tomorrow morning.
I asked her if she would like to come to my room for a small brandy nightcap.
Uh, she agrees, and actually, you know what? No, she doesn't agree
Oh
yet.
no! Yet?
Do a power roll
Okay.
of 5.
Uh oh. Yay! I did it. Wait. Yep, I did
All
it.
right, and goes to your room